E.M. Tiffany wrote, "I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith born not of words, but of deeds." Creekview FFA has put these deeds into actions over the past 5 years in a suburban area of Metro Atlanta.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Stewart, and I'm the current president.
I'm Eli Cook. I'm the current FFA vice president.
And I'm Gabriella Rose, a former FFA officer.
And we are Creekview FFA. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our story.
For the past 5 years, our classroom lab has been a portable trailer. We have transitioned this trailer into a fully operating mechanics lab, a greenhouse, and a doggy daycare with the help of national FFA grants.
Thanks to a Living to Serve grant, we were able to purchase these tower gardens shown in the picture. And also thank you to our alumni, where we were able to purchase the materials to build tables and wiring frames. These wiring frames are also movable, as where we could take them off the table to do ag mechanics and woodworking. Creekview FFA has a committee in all 15 areas of the POA. We start off with our annual summer officer retreat, where the officers and our ag teachers go and they plan 6 areas of the POA, all while learning their leadership roles and learning about SMART goals. Then once school starts, we come back to school, and Ms. Benton and Mr. Wilkie take their classrooms and divide them into committees, where the committees then plan the other 9 areas of the POA, allowing students to get the full experience of working on a committee and planning fun activities for the FFA chapter.
At the winter retreat, the officer team goes over what has gone on with FFA throughout the first of the year and what needs to change or better develop for the second half of the year. We look over the POA and see what goals have been met and what goals still need to be met.
Based on the data collected from former students, better job interview preparation was needed. Committee members recommended students go through the resume writing process, then interview with ag industry leaders. One difficulty the team came across with the plan was that 2 judges had unavoidable conflicts and were unable to show up the morning of the interview. We were fortunate enough to get an assistant principal to step in. Although this activity has not always been a favorite among our students, it has proven to be one of the most beneficial things that we do. Former student Austin Mitchell was training to become a firefighter when he was interviewed on the spot. He later came back to tell us that if it weren't for the interview writing and processes that we did in agriculture class, he would have failed the interview. FFA members were involved in all stages of the process, including inviting judges, setting up rooms, and providing gifts for the judges. It meets the quality standard of leadership, developing technical skills such as interviewing and resume writing.
For the Money Matters event, the Growing Leaders Personal Growth Committee decided to do this activity. They did this because based on previous graduates, the graduates had said that throughout their high school career, teachers did not talk enough about their finances. Also, in class, students had to make a budget. They had to find a job that they wanted using Ag Explorer. Ag Explorer also showed them the basic educational requirements for the job that they wanted, and they found out that most jobs required college. Students were worried about the price of college, and so we had 2 financial advisors come in. One financial advisor took us through investing at the age of 18 versus at the age of 30, and the difference in the amount of money that you could make. The second advisor showed us how to set up a checking account, a savings account, and how to use a debit and a credit card. We finished up this activity by sending thank you notes to the 2 advisors that came. One student went as far as to say that this was the single most influential activity throughout all of her high school career. This meets the quality standards because it helps to improve the quality of life for the student and contributes to members' life goals and to their development.
So jumping, jammin', doggy daycare was one of our most loved activities that we had the entire year. So this was our first year we had that, and our students wanted hands-on activities and experiences. One of our responsibilities as students was to do a market analysis, a business plan, and to present the business plan and market analysis to our administration for approval. One of our challenges was funding. Our local EMC offered a Bright Ideas grant. It was my responsibility to write the grant, and after we wrote the grant a little while later, we found out we won, and we were able to buy cages and accessories with the money. It was educational because we learned the process of writing a business plan, the marketing principles, and business management skills. We also managed a business page, and we were responsible for invoicing and receiving payments and training other students to become mentors for the doggies at the doggy daycare. Our career readiness standard was we were promoting growth through career readiness practices.
The Living to Serve Courtyard Farm idea began with our formal principal. He did not like the look of the previous perennial beds, and he asked us for some ideas. Our local food bank, House of Hope, said that they were in need for some fresh produce for their families that they serve. The Human Resource Committee came up with the idea for a raised bed garden. Members designed, planned, and installed the raised beds. Once they were complete, FFA members were responsible for planting, harvesting, and delivering the produce from the beds to House of Hope. This was extremely educational to students because they learned all aspects of the design-build process. The initial design had to be changed due to the rock that we had chose not being available. This delayed the project. This activity was beneficial to our community because we were able to donate over 200 pounds of produce and fill that need. This meets the quality standard by improving the welfare of our community and was made possible through National FFA Grants for Growing. These beds were also used by science classes, 8th grade STEM classes, special needs classes, and art classes.
For the Farm Bureau Annual Banquet, the Stakeholder Engagement Committee was able to partner with our major stakeholder, Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau has been known to be a major stakeholder in our chapter. They sponsor our state and national dues, and they also give out leadership scholarships. So in turn, chapter members try to attend the Ag Expo and the annual Farm Bureau Banquet. Personally, my parents are representatives for the Cherokee County Farm Bureau, so I was able to meet with Ms. Shirley Paul. Ms. Paul and I were able to sit down and talk about upcoming events, including the Ag Expo and the annual banquet. I then took this information to the Stakeholder Engagement Committee and was able to help them create sign-up flyers and arrange transportation to arrive at the banquet. Once we arrived at the banquet, we partnered with Cherokee and Etowah FFA. We helped set up the banquet, we helped clean up the banquet, we also helped serve the food and greet the members. This was beneficial as it led to the members gaining more knowledge about agriculture and also learning about agricultural organizations. This met the quality standard by developing teamwork and cooperation between chapter students and stakeholders.
After hosting a STEM night at local elementary schools, we discovered a need for toiletries. We took this information back to members and we started to plan a collection drive. Members were concerned about the privacy and suggested that maybe we should give the kids backpacks. Our goal was to have 10 backpacks, but we ended up with 15 and had additional items to donate. This was extremely educational for students because it helps students understand the needs in our community. This meets the quality standards of citizenship by engaging and encouraging members to be good citizens throughout the community.
A new Culver's opened in Hickory Flat. The general manager reached out to us to offer his support and a partnership opportunity. After we received approval, the Strengthening Agriculture Support Group Committee planned to have Culver's Share Night and alumni meetings one time a month. Culver's Share Nights was one of our most well-attended events. It was a bonding experience for our chapter. This meets the quality standard by maintaining positive relations among FFA members, parents, and community leaders.
The Strengthening Agriculture Chapter Recruitment Committee planned an Ag Exploration Bonanza at the middle school. During planning, the goal was to educate students at an after-school event. However, this did not go as planned. The administration forgot to notify the students and their parents of our after-school activity. This mess up, however, worked in our chapter favor because then the administration at the middle school allowed us to come during the school day while the middle school students were in their connections classes. Once we got there, chapter members from all different classes set out and talked to students about all different fields of agriculture, from animal science to vet science and equine science, all the way to agriculture mechanics. This was beneficial because we had talked to over 120 8th graders, and most all of them wanted to sign up for agriculture. However, due to a limitation in our facilities, we were only able to accept 55. This meets the quality standard because it increases the spread of agriculture education. Summer camps are very popular in our area. So an agricultural literacy committee was established, and they proposed hosting a vet camp, and this was submitted to our administration for approval. However, due to safety concerns, it was declined. Committee members then brainstormed new ideas and proposed a STEM camp. This STEM camp was 1 week long, and it was 1 week long and held over the summer. FFA members prepared lessons in food preservation, ag mechanics, horticulture, animal science, and environmental science. The educational benefit was FFA members learned lesson planning and classroom management. Attendees developed new understanding of agriculture, and this meets the quality standard by developing literacy in members and camp attendees. Here in the pictures we have local community kids. They are measuring the temperature, pulse, and respiration on a chicken. Down here, students are at the middle school creek, and they are doing a water sample from Adopt a Stream. Also, we had local students. They dressed up as FFA members in the FFA jackets to get a feel of how it is to be an FFA.
On a day House of Hope is not open, we donate the fresh produce and the eggs to our lunchroom as part of the Farm to School program. Fortunately, after 5 years of learning out of a portable trailer, Creekview FFA will be moving into our new ag mechanics and animal science facility. We're thankful to the hard work of our alumni, member Ben Cagle, the school district, and Representative Ballinger for making this a possibility. We're so excited for all the new possibilities that could come out of this facility. Thank you for your time.